is in the building.
Yay! There's my buddy.
That's that.
So Sam, I was just
That's
listening to you, and I gotta
that's
ask.
that West Coast delay.
Yeah, I gotta ask you though. I was just listening to you about him having Bell's palsy and him playing. That's very painful. My mom actually had Bell's palsy
Oh
when
wow.
Junior was born.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very painful thing. And I was
Yeah.
talking to her about it this morning, and she was like,
Yeah.
"I can't believe he's playing basketball." Do you think the 76ers will beat the Knicks? I gotta ask this question to Sam
Yeah.
before we proceed.
Yes.
So do I.
If you look at
I.
every game we were leading and we squandered scores, just losing focus, turnovers, and just like poor shot selection.
Yeah.
If Embiid starts off at the block
Mhm.
and then works his way out, nobody can beat us in the East.
The problem on your team is Tobias Harris. He's suspect.
It's okay.
Okay.
He'll find his way. He'll find his
Did
way.
you say he's suspect?
He's suspect. That's a Chicago term.
Hey,
which
I love
means
that.
you need to
He
be
is
called
he
out
is
for play or
he,
behavior.
he is a professional basketball player who makes $180 million. He
Hey,
signed a
he's not
$180 million contract.
Yeah.
He will find his way.
Okay.
He'll find his way.
We hope.
He'll find his way. He got to. But
I don't know. I'm just thinking I'm gonna start using this. He's suspect, like
Oh, I
in my
think
daily vocabulary.
circle. If you're in any circle and you say that person over there is suspect, no one is
Okay.
questioning you.
Okay. I'm gonna try it tomorrow at the gas station. I'm sure.
Sure. Just like you tried slapping at the grocery store. It worked. It's
Oh my
slapping.
Just slapping.
It works.
Oh my god. Oh, I am not suspect. Sasquatch said I'm no
Yeah,
Ryan. No Ryan, I'm not.
I just want to clear the air. JD is not on the show tonight, even though
Okay.
we are twin brothers.
It was like 3 seconds it was up. 3 seconds.
Even though we're twin brothers, he is not on the show tonight,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
will be on in the future.
Whatever.
That was
All
a
right,
good laugh
everybody.
this afternoon. I was sitting in my office. I was like, I needed that laugh.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, that was a good one going back and forth
Yeah.
right there. And then FD's like, yeah, you look just like him. You do.
Just like.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jenny, it's your show. Take us
It
away.
is my show. So welcome to episode 5 of the Every Other Week Cardboard Show. This is where 3 different people, all of us, get together to basically talk about our hobby experience. All of us. Yes.
Yes.
Talk about our hobby
ain't working this
experience.
week.
Yeah. I'm very animated. I always am. So sorry.
You should be. Go ahead.
Anyways, so our first show topic is going to be what is happening in our cardboard world. And this is basically where we just kind of talk about the last couple weeks and our personal experiences on what's happening. So Sam, you are first.
So a lot has been going on in my world. I am going to talk about the positive, though. I feel like I released a great article on North End Agents. And it's finally like the story about the hobby experience, like how it came about, and like just this day in 2021 where like I went through these experiences and then this idea comes to fruition, and it pretty much started this whole thing that I've been doing the past 3 years with the hobby experience. And you know, I think the next phase of this is truly working on like the other side of like really connecting with others and catapulting their story to the front, because you know I like hearing stories. I think that's the scholar in me, the historian in me, and especially about cards. Cardboard stories are so unique, and I'm just looking forward to seeing, you know, the response and where this article goes. I've already had some people hit me up in a DM and express their thoughts and their feelings about the article. So I'm excited.
Good. You should be very proud. It was awesome. It was a great article for sure. Yeah. All right, FD.
Mine is kind of more reflective of what I've been talking about the last couple of weeks that we've been on. Is I've just been looking at car prices. So I've been looking at Wemby car prices coming down, but I haven't heard anybody talking about that. And I've also been looking at Banchero from the Orlando Magic. Stuff's kind of holding steady and really undervalued for what he does and how he performs on the court. So that's why I've been spending most of my time kind of before I was looking at content, what's going on in content, kind of levels, and then now looking at car prices and seeing. I'm just waiting to see when someone's going to start talking about Wendy's car prices.
I mean,
I mean, that's
he's
okay.
going fishing. He's going fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's in his off season, but we've seen some big prices thus far.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Very much.
think a week, 2 weeks into the off season will have his stuff going straight down. I kind of felt like they were overvalued anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He better not win defensive player of the year. That's just mine.
He's not going to.
I don't think he's going to. I think, just like I don't think anyone's going to win MVP but Shea, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think they got the rookie.
So.
I think they got the rookie of the year on their team too.
I don't know. Wemby's getting rookie of the year.
Hold on, you think rookie of the year is who? Shea?
Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen, son.
I put money on it. I put money on it.
The problem with Chet is that after the All-Star break, there was a decline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quick decline. Then he started catching himself. You got to keep that thing going.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Shout out to everybody in the room. We appreciate y'all. Everybody throwing waves. All right, Jenny. I think it's you.
Yeah, it is me. So I actually have a lot of random things going on. I've been filming some videos for Arena Club, which has been really fun and educational.
I saw your first one. It was dope.
It was amazing. Just watching it grow, and kind of like with any other job, when you learn your product, it just works so much better. Mm-hmm. So I really took the time to educate myself, play along with it, and figure out what it was about before I went creating content. And I think that was the biggest part. Like if I had no idea, I wouldn't have been able to create such a fire video. So, really spent a lot of time doing that, and it turned out really good. It was fun. It was so fun. And then let's see. I won a Wemby autographed jersey. So that was pretty rad. Yes. Fanatics hit me up. I posted a picture in February of me and Jay from Mojo Sports, and I was in my jersey. And they hit me up the other day because they pick like a weekly winner, once a week. And they told me I had up to a certain amount to get a jersey. And of course I got Wemby because, nice. So that should be coming soon.
That's a good look.
Yes. Now I will actually have to probably spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that free jersey to have it framed, but that's okay. It's worth it. Yeah, definitely. And then I'm almost to 3,000 followers, so I have a huge giveaway. I'm pumped. I'm just, every day.
You have to call me so I can give you this.
I keep forgetting. I know.
I want to contribute.
Fun. Let's see if I pick up after this today.
Yeah, maybe. I actually broke up a bunch of little gifts, so I mean, I've had so many people supporting me.
That's all.
So I figure I'll have a couple different winners.
Shout out,
why not?
Shout out to everybody supporting Jenny.
Yes, I appreciate it. It's awesome. I guess it's just been a busy week. There's been a lot personal and a lot cardboard and just a lot going on. But I guess follow-up question for you, Samuel, would be, I know I read your article, but can you tell the people watching how you actually came up with your name, your hashtag, your whole idea, the concept, real quick?
So it was 4 things. I reflected about my experience as a collector as a kid. I took the time to stop worrying about myself and just listen to others and poured into others and look through their world and see what their world was about. And then I went to a local card store. And it was in the middle of the global pandemic when they were only letting a certain amount of people in at a certain amount of at a time. And we all had masks on. And I'm just sitting there in the middle of a global pandemic looking at cards. But then I stopped looking at cards and I started to look at the people in the room. Mm-hmm. And I just seen this generation of collectors, from guys close to their 80s to kids that was 5 years old with grandfathers, dads, uncles, siblings, alone by themselves, connecting with people, talking about cards. And I said to myself, this is what the hobby is all about. This is the experience. This is what people need to see. This is what needs to be at the forefront. And, like learning what collecting was like in this modern era, and then thinking about the time I had as a kid and seeing other people's experience and listening to them, and then seeing that the hobby experience came to life. And, being someone who talked about cards in a nostalgic way during a time when like everybody was like making money. There was moments where I felt like I was the Lone Ranger, but I just felt as though like this story needed to be told. And I'm happy that I finally like sat down and wrote it and put it out there. And there's two versions of it. There's a version on Hobby News Daily, and then there's the version on Northland Agents. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Well, we're very proud of you, and I liked that part of your story, so I just thought everybody kind of needed to hear it.
Yeah, no,
I don't know how many people. Yeah, of course. All right, so I see Cage Lawyers in here, and he's going to be disappointed in my hot topic. But the reality is, some of these topics I see so much throughout the day that I just get tired of seeing them. So I'm actually bringing up something totally random and weird. I did see that Steph was named for the Olympic team, right? So then I started kind of thinking about it and talking to Sasha about it. And we started talking about how back in the day when it was the dream team, it was basically the USA was stacked, right? I mean, it was stacked. But no other teams were. Now, if you start looking at all the other teams, the amount of NBA players, and we went through every team just to look at the list on NBA players, it could be really interesting. But since this is a cardboard show, I figure I'd just show off these because, it is a cardboard show, right?
Oh, I got those.
And so I don't know how many people in the chat have these, but we are very proud of these. And
I need two of them. I'm missing the two end people.
You're missing letters. You got like Lona. Yeah. So anyways, what do you have?
Boom.
Oh yeah. See, I could just like do the end or something. Anyway, so I figure we'd talk about kind of what your thoughts are on who do you think is going to be the front runner in the Olympics for the whole basketball team.
Knowing that Embiid is playing, and the reason why I say Embiid, I thought about like that '92 team, and the leading scorer on that team was Charles Barkley. Like he was the engine,
right?
You know what I mean? And I think when you got somebody like Embiid is as talented as him, especially on the international circuit, playing under international rules is just going to work to his favor. He's going to abuse people on the inside, and then he's going to take people on the outside. And then most of the top players from, Europe and globally, like he's dominated them in the NBA. Like I love Jokic to death, but he can't guard Embiid. Like he just can't guard Embiid. You know what I mean? And the number says it itself, like when you look at them head to head. So my money's on Embiid being the front guy.
Even with his knee injury right now, you think he's gonna come out of the Olympics and play a lot?
Here's why I say this, right?
I'm just asking questions.
Here's why I say this. We have yet to see Embiid at 100%. And we've yet to see him at 100%. So it's scary to think what 100% looks like when you score 50 points off of 19 shots, and you're like when you're like at 85%. So
before we had the conversation, I actually thought Embiid, with his injuries, was going to be like Larry Bird.
Yeah. And nah, he's going to play. He's going to play. He's going to play.
So I would say it's probably between LeBron, Steph, and Durant to rotate who's going to be running the show. It all depends on what game. And at the end of that, you will see. So like in the Olympics in '92, people like Patrick Ewing didn't play a lot. There were people on that team that didn't play a
No.
lot, but there.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan, Magic, and Barkley ran that. So.
Oh yeah, Barkley was the man on that
Mm-hmm.
team. He was dunking on everybody.
Yeah, he played more than Karl Malone,
Dunking on
more than
everybody.
Dave Robinson didn't play a lot. So.
But I mean, I think the greatest backstory about that was the game that they played against each other.
Mm-hmm. I wish we had more video of that.
Yeah.
Today's environment, we would have video of that.
Magic's play-by-play is so funny. Don't you let him do that to you, Clyde. Don't you get him back. You get him back.
Sasha said, don't forget about Anthony Edwards on the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that team is loaded.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of posters out of Anthony Edwards.
We will see some stuff from him, but I just have a hunch that when you go globally, if you go to a lot of countries, people don't know who Anthony Edwards is.
Right.
But I think when you go globally, the top players that are well known are probably going to shine.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about Team USA.
To a certain extent, wouldn't you say that about Michael Jordan before '92? You thought a lot of people in the world. No.
Ooh, Sam. No.
I'm just asking a question.
No,
Sam's gonna make angry faces in the chat.
Oh, sir. Sam.
Yes, David Robinson did not play.
Yeah.
David Robinson did not play a lot.
Yeah.
Mike,
you see how I don't want to start that argument tonight.
Yeah, Mike was known well before '92.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cage
Well,
said
some people like to
team.
forget. Some people like to forget those years prior to when he won a championship.
No, I loved him. I loved when he was losing to Detroit and the Milwaukee Bucks and some other teams. Because you, as a Chicagoan, you kind of felt like you didn't know 6 was coming, but you thought 3 were coming.
Yeah.
There's an interesting clip about Michael Jordan. It was this play he went up and he landed awkwardly and he almost tore his knee. But they said like the gods protecting him, and someone did like this montage of like had Michael Jordan injured himself on this play when he was going against the Knicks. What would the NBA look like? And the way the guy told the story, he narrated the story that the Bulls would have drafted Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant would have been the heir of what we know as like.
But just imagine
Bulls
Kobe
dynasty.
with no Shaq.
Yeah.
Imagine a young Kobe with no Shaq.
Yeah.
His career is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting thing. It's on YouTube. I think if you Google, like, it was like this simulation of like a narrative about Michael Jordan if he'd have got hurt on that play. And I watched the videotape, the way he landed. I was like, how didn't he like destroy his knee?
Because he's Michael Jordan.
Because he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that you're wearing the Bulls hat tonight too. It's so perfect. Perfect.
They come through and represent.
Yes.
From
Perfect.
Chicago too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I guess, like I said, I was kind of looking at the other teams, and there's maybe 2 or 3 teams that probably have 4 or 5 of the NBA players, and then the rest maybe 1, 2. So, I mean, I think Team USA, I think it's going to be fun to watch. And
well, since '92, foreign players, the amount of foreign players in the league has grown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was
And they've gotten better too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they will continue to grow.
They've
Mm-hmm.
gotten better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're to our next part, which
You guys spending your weekend soaking your cards. Not me.
No.
Not me.
But I have watched a lot about that. That's why I said I changed it. I'm like, I'm not talking about that. Well, actually, at the end, I may talk a little bit about it.
Soaking cards?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, I just caught what he said. Soaking cards.
Soaking cards. Yeah.
I wish we could extend the conversation. We should have the remix and have that conversation.
Right. I do have something I'm talking about at the end a little bit, but we'll get there. I tried to avoid. So I'm burnt out on some of that stuff right now. I really.
Word of the week: deactivation. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's show our PC cards of the week, y'all. I mean, This is the fun part. This is not the battle.
Yeah.
This is not where we fight for you know. Anyways, I guess I'll go
All right.
first.
All right.
So this 2023 Topps Chrome Bo Jackson, I actually ended up with a 10, but the way I ended up with this 10 is I had a 9, and then I traded the 9 up for a little cash. But we know I love Bo, and this is just a really amazingly cool card. So that is my PC
All right.
card of the week.
All right, I will. I'll go up there and fix
Who's
it.
next?
Do what?
Who's next? Is it me and Sam?
I think it's me.
Sam.
Okay.
So here's my story. I went to, like those Reeboxes in like CVS. So I saw one on the shelf. I said, what the heck? What's the worst thing that's going to happen? So I went in there, I pulled one, and then I opened up the pack, and this is what I got out. Like, Dave Stewart was one of my favorite players in the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Great.
to, like, pull his card out the pack, it was, like, nostalgic for me. And so I've been PCing this, looking at it every day, every time I stop in my car lab in the basement, and I got this sitting out on my thing. So it's just a cool reminder of the 90s.
Absolutely. That's what our PC is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
You just said it right there.
And then like this image, like how you talking about a guy who had like back-to-back 20-win seasons, and to get a picture of him like this, he was like finishing on the mound.
No,
great.
that's great. All right, FD.
10 years ago in Houston at a TriStar show to meet Dave Stewart. Cool guy.
I would love to get an auto of him.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a 2014 Topps Allen Ginter card of Jackie Robinson, but it's autographed by Rachel Robinson.
Oh, really? Oh, that's neat.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow. That's
beautiful.
That is good. That is.
But look at her penmanship, though.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
That is beautiful.
If that was a battle, you would have won.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Oh.
That was beautiful.
I'm not that competitive. It's all good.
No, just me and Sam.
I'm glad you didn't show that card.
Right? That would have just been done. It would have been done. We could have just logged off, done. Yes. Sasha said he wants that card, FD. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Now we got Collector on the Rise. This is where we talk about collectors that we're watching on Instagram and someone we feel like deserves a shout out because of the awesome things they're doing. So, Sam, you're first.
So my Collector on the Rise is a kid that I just think is phenomenal. And I think everybody in the hobby should know who this kid is. And if you don't know who this kid is, you're missing out. But it's the PMC Kid Reporter, aka Little Rome. He is from Texas. And this kid is like a human encyclopedia when it comes to like cards, players, their stats, everything. And I encourage everybody to follow the PMC Kid Reporter, Little Rome. He's like what we call like the face of the hobby for the next 150 years. And I encourage every card organization to like look this kid up, because you're talking about like a charismatic, fun, smart kid who just loves cards, loves sports, and you should see his collecting room that he has with his dad, like cards galore, all on the wall. So PMC Kid Reporter, aka Lil Rome.
That's awesome. This is an example how this segment works because I am not following him.
Yeah.
So I will now follow. Yes, I will follow.
Yeah.
I'm doing something, buddy.
Daddy moments.
Yeah.
All right, FD, who you got?
Well, my person is Toby Unchained Cards. He's out of the East Coast.
Okay.
Get to know him, talk to him. We've been on lives together. Had to kind of quasi kind of get to know his son in the hobby. He's been in the hobby for years, so I wanted to get it out and let him know that he also has a selling channel on Whatnot, so he does good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, we lost Sam. He's being a daddy right now.
Yeah. Well, your
Gotta
baby,
do what you gotta do. Priorities.
the baby's gonna come in. They see them cameras. They want to say, "What's up, y'all?"
I'm back.
Best part about being an empty nester is I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, I guarantee.
I did my penance.
Now that you said that, we're gonna be on, and your grandchildren are gonna be popping up. Watch. What?
I will not have them here. I've done my penance. I'm still doing my penance. My kids are almost 30, and every day I'm still doing. No.
Yes, they want to see.
I'm fine.
They should be talking to you. Get some people over there on this.
No.
But shout out to all the collectors on the rise. Everybody who's in the room, I encourage you to follow our collectors on the rise.
Yes.
Check out our posts where we post them and tag them on our page, the Every Other Week Cardboard Show. And these are just cool individuals who we want to just shine a light on.
Yes. So I still have to talk about mine. So about a month back, a account popped up, and it was brand new. So of course, it seemed suspect to me. So anyways, it was Girls Collect Cards, and because there weren't that many posts, I questioned it. I did message her when she asked me some questions, and I've watched her grow. And I believe she's also a writer for things, and she dabbles in a bunch of other different, things. So basically her older brother got her into collecting around 11, 12. She's real into soccer right now, the Angel City FC players. And for just being a woman, it's refreshing to see, and the support she has, and I'm all about girl power, so trying to build her up, bring her up, and I love what she's trying to do. So it's Girls Collect Cards. I wanted to make sure I had the S's right. Yes, Girls Collect Cards on Instagram. Okay. So that is my shout out for the day.
Definitely I'll give her a follow.
Yes.
Follow.
Yeah, suspect. I told you I was going to use it.
That thing was slapping what you said.
Slapping. Yeah. That's right. All right, so now my favorite part, and probably one of my favorite people. It is time for the guest of the week. And Sam, that means you got to invite him.
Yes. I am going to bring him in. Send the invite. Now we just got to wait for him to accept.
Ryan!
What's up, Ryan?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh,
especially JD and Jenny.
There you go.
Jenny,
no, I'm still. Yo, Ryan, that was real suspect this morning when I saw that, man. I was like, wait, did somebody kick me off the show, but my picture is still there?
Yeah.
I was about to jump into our group text and what's going on?
Yeah.
Great. So sorry. I won't ever do that again.
No, and I obviously didn't have enough coffee.
It's all love.
I reposted it. I reposted it and didn't even pay attention. So I was part of that entire thing. Yeah.
Just giving JD a shout out. It's all good.
Broke my heart. No, JD's the man.
Yes.
Listen, Sam and I are going to collab on something next week. We're going to make it better.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So this is Ryan. I saw Sasquatch on Instagram. Good friend of mine. We have met in person finally at the Dallas Card Show. Had a blast. And so we are going to do a few minutes of questions if you're ready.
I am.
All right. Let's go. Describe who you are as a collector in 5 words or less.
It'll never be less. You know me. I'm not short-winded. I'll say diverse, collaborative, Renaissance, nerdy, passionate.
Renaissance.
I like the Renaissance word.
Me
that
too.
That stood out to me.
I love that. You sounded like a painting. That was beautiful. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about painting.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh crap, sorry. Anyways, all right, Ryan, how long have you been collecting?
Since 92.
92. That was a good year. Yes.
Yeah, that was a dream team year. Go ahead.
I was a freshman,
And see,
so it was fun.
I grew up in Indy, so I remember seeing Reggie Miller in Market Square Arena. So I was so happy to see him on the Team USA and representing for our mid-market city there.
That's awesome. Oh, by the way, I'm glad you didn't have a stroke, with your Pacers.
Oh my gosh, I was so proud. Man, Sam, I got my two kids on the other side of this camera here, and like my dad. Right before this, we have like our trifecta of teams we watch. So we had the Pacer game, and then we got Cubs on right now, and then Avs playoffs right after this is like our main teams. And I knew I was raising them right when at the end of when Halliburton, it was tied 118 to 118. Halliburton had three hands in his face. He's lunging in, and my son rips off his shirt. And I was like, "That's not even my move." He's 8 years old, and he's just got that passion already. I was like, "Hell yeah!"
So does Doc Rivers get fired if the Bucks lose?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but he should, because he's notorious for this kind of playoff appearance. So.
All I gotta say is 34-14.
Okay.
But we don't know. Only thing I say, we don't know why he even got the job.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's a whole nother story. So let's ask another question. If you could describe the hobby in one word, what would it be?
Symphony.
Symphony. Oh my gosh.
You stepping it up with these vocab words.
Seriously. Wow.
Renaissance and symphony.
Symphony. I heard music in my head
If
when
you
you
gave me
did that.
five words or less on that, it would be a lot more. But symphony,
Right.
all right.
Right. Okay, so what are the most overrated and underrated subsets? This is always fun because it's always different for everybody.
Yeah, I would say overrated. Anything that comes in a briefcase in general. I say especially like the jewel cards, like the jewel base cards.
Okay.
I think they're overrated as hell. They're really overrated. Underrated, I'm going to roll it back to 2009. I'm an upper deck guy above all else. 2009 UD Black was one of my all-time favorite sets. In football, hockey, baseball that year, they did a base card that had a manufactured patch. Would be the only manufactured patch I'd be okay with owning. But it was of like USA, or in baseball they did like whatever nation they actually resided from. But I love 2009 UD Black football base.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look those
Okay.
up. Those sound neat.
That you should own. Chase the set. They're out of 150.
I'm not a
Right.
football collector, but I want to see what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
They're so and the card stock is so nice in person. It's thick, and it was the last set that I can think of out of the major players that was redemption free. So everything was on card. There was Hall of Famers. There was rookies. You got 2-packs. It was great. I busted so much of that back in 2009. But it's 2-packs. You got a base and an auto in each pack, and they had like triple autographs and quad autographs. It was great.
Wow.
Awesome.
All right, check that out.
Yeah.
All right, so I personally know what you've been chasing. So what is your current chase card right now?
I don't have one, so I just said my set. It's a UD Exquisite 0304 Tribute Patch Autos. Why I like them is they started it back in 2009. It spans many different years ever since 2009. So if you go back to LeBron's rookie vertical patch auto, they made variations out of 25, and they do it for different sports, different athletes. Most of them are already cemented Hall of Famers or on trajectory to be future Hall of Famers. So it's a cool set that I don't have to have FOMO of trying to chase something every day because it doesn't come up every day.
Yeah.
And when you do, it's worth taking a stab at.
How many do you have
me,
left?
I'm not a one-trick pony. I don't have an affinity for just one sport. So it's something that helps feed me and also keep my OCD uniformity.
So how many do you actually have left to get for that set?
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
but that's good.
That's keep you busy.
Me and my kids, we can, and when we go to shows, they're still young, they're 6 and 8, but when we go to shows, there's a handful of things that now they can look at a case and look for specific things versus just glazing over a case. Now they can kind of go on a little Easter egg hunt.
Right, have a focus and a purpose. Yeah, I like that. All right, and final thought. If you, Ryan, were the face of the hobby for 24 hours, what 3 things would you change?
Only 3? Gosh.
Yes,
Okay.
only 3, only 3.
Okay.
Only 3.
Only 3.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of those Men in Black little mind eraser things. Yeah.
Zappy?
I'm going to remind people
Bringing in the pop culture.
that You should chase Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers should be driving the product, not these 19-year-old rookies. Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I just want to reprogram everybody. Okay. Number 2. Hold on. Where did I put this? I'm going to abolish all redemptions. All redemptions. If the player hasn't signed it, he didn't make the product. Sorry, or she didn't make the product. I will say there'll be a little Easter egg hunt. If you were going to have any redemptions, it would only be, they would never expire. And it would be for like athlete meet and greets or like athlete experiences.
Okay.
I think it would be the most
like
dope
that.
redemptions ever.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, Mike Trout follows me on Instagram now. No, I could have dinner with Mike Trout.
Right.
All right. And third, and most important, I would kill all exclusive licenses forever.
Wow.
Ooh,
It's a
that
big
is
one.
interesting.
Forever.
How do you think that would work? Why do you think that would work in a positive?
Because the hobby was flourishing up until 2010 when all these licenses started coming into play. And you guys don't have enough time for me to take that soapbox because I got a TED Talk for that one.
Yeah, we got to talk about that offline. I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, like, think about how our economy in general is built and how competition is good. And it drives innovation and lower prices. Like,
Yeah.
back in the day when, like, every single sport was represented by every single company, it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was awesome. And, yeah, these I don't know. The next 20 years, I don't know. I'm not feeling great about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Everyone's kind of in a vice. So.
I love your thought process, and all we can do is dream, right?
That's right.
That's
All
some
right,
great suggestions.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you, Brian.
Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, and you were a wonderful guest.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Have a good
Yeah.
night. Bye.
Got some great vocab words.
No
Great
license.
vocab words.
Oh.
Great input.
Yeah, that's very thoughtful.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking no license.
No
Yeah.
licensing.
Yeah, that is definitely something we could
Takes
talk
me back
about a
to the
whole nother
90s.
show.
Takes me
Yeah.
back to the 90s.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm.
Interesting. I like it. My mind is like pondering it.
All right, you guys, you know I'm itching here because this is the cardboard battle part. So
Come on with it.
who's ready? Wait, who's first? Who?
FD, you first.
FD, you're first. Let's go. What you
Well, I
got?
thought
Oh, can we talk about the results from last week?
I mean, you won. It was very close though.
It was
between
close.
you and FD.
About
I think
one
it was like
vote.
one vote.
Yeah,
at the
sound
end.
about
FD
one vote.
had me nervous.
Where the vote came from, I wonder, but it was just one vote.
Yeah, it was one vote. It was
He
an
boosted
interesting deciding.
that vote.
It was an
boosted that.
interesting deciding vote.
There was suspects, Sam.
It was probably the only vote that I'll ever get.
It was great. It was great. I didn't even care because I did my Jordan Love and I love that card, so I didn't care either way. But Sam won. Yes. All right, go ahead.
So I pulled out the greatest point guard of all time,
Okay.
a little Steph Curry card.
Yeah. Nice. Look
Oh,
at that auto. Wow.
can you move that over a little bit more? Oh man, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a pretty
beautiful
card.
card. Beautiful card.
That's me.
All right. Go ahead. Me? Is it
Yeah,
me?
you.
Okay, so let's just
Winners
let our
go last.
I do see new followers, so just so everybody knows, this is the cardboard battle, and a little bit after this, we'll post something on the Every Other Week cardboard show that has an option in the story for you to vote on your favorite card. So that's what this is about, because I just see new names, and I'm like, all right.
Oh,
All right,
somebody
so-
said you mean Magic Johnson.
What?
No, I
Oh.
hear people saying what people are saying. I spoke correctly.
Steph,
The
yeah.
greatest point guard of all time. Go
You
ahead.
mean shooting guard?
Nope. Run that point, babe.
All right, so this is in a CSG slab before I knew better. I mean, not, no hate, but anyways, this is my LeBron rookie.
Mm,
Okay, cool.
mm.
I love that it's LeBron.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So wonderful card, lives in a safe. Yes, but beautiful card. So that's mine. Go ahead, Sam.
So I was thinking about like, what do I want to do? And I opened up my Zion case and I looked at this card and I said it's got to be this. It's got to be this.
Uh-oh. I know he's pulling vintage.
1956 tops.
Oh my gosh.
Roberto Clemente.
Man.
I mean, this is
All
just a
good.
beautiful card.
I know people
It's a
going
beautiful
to
card.
vote this week just like they did last week.
It's a
Somebody
beautiful
probably went
card.
by.
I mean, it gets no better than
I
this.
just win by one vote.
Everybody go vote. Everybody go vote.
Yes.
Go vote.
Yes, vote for my card.
I mean, I the day I got this card, I fell in love with it. It was worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that is a beautiful card. I knew you were going to pull the vintage, and I always know what you're going to pull. And I should know better, but it is what it is. Maybe
I
we'll have a
almost thought
bunch
about bringing out. I almost thought about bringing out Wilt or MJ, but I said no.
well,
Ooh,
it is what it is. All right.
So much fire on one screen. You're absolutely right. This is going to be an interesting battle.
Yeah, it will. It will. We'll have to put it up here in the next hour and give people the opportunity before they forget. Yeah.
Battle.
All right.
Thank you,
so,
Chicago Cards, for the follow. We appreciate you.
yes, thank you. Okay, so this is a question we've kind of skipped around, so we can touch on it quickly. Question of the night: most iconic vintage set of cards ever produced, and why, Samuel?
For me, it's gotta be the 1961 Flair basketball set. I think historically that was like the birth of the insert card, because you had that in action shot along with the portraits. I think in that set you have some iconic rookies, their first card ever. And me personally, we can't end the show without talking about Wilt Chamberlain. It has the most iconic rookie card ever ever produced in the 20th century and ever of all time. Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, it gets no better than that 61, 62 Flair set.
All right.
So,
well, my favorite Ernie Banks is 1956, so I'm gonna have to go with 1956 tops. I really like the landscape design. They have wonderful colors. The backs are really okay. This is gonna sound like such a girl comment, but they're really cute. They have like the whole comic book type little story on the back, and I enjoy that. So it's full of Hall of Famers: Ernie Banks, Jackie Robinson, Hank Aaron. So that is my favorite set.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, FD.
Well, I like the 1986 Fleer basketball set with the GOAT Michael.
Yes, Jordan.
And you got so many.
Can't go wrong with that.
You got so many other Hall of Famers in there, and then you have cards that are sought after by collectors to fulfill sets, like Sam knows.
Right.
Sam has a complete set of working on.
I'm done. I'm done.
He's done. He has a complete set.
It's been 2 years.
And Sam knows there are some cards in there that are very hard to find.
Yeah.
High values because they're hard to find. So that set to me is just special.
Well, it is a great set. It truly is classic. Yeah.
3 classic sets. You can't go wrong with either one.
I
don't think you can go wrong with either one.
No, and we all had a reason behind it. That was the best part.
Can't go wrong.
All right. So final thoughts. I got to touch on it real quick.
Come on with it.
All right. So listen.
Is Cage Lawyer still in the room?
I don't know. Cage, are you still here?
There's a few people.
Everybody
so proud.
We got Danny Lowe.
Everybody tag
What's up,
Cage.
Danny Lowe?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my whole thought process on this Jackie Robinson getting pulled, which I'm sure, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that it was. So if there wasn't video evidence of this,
speak on it.
Would it ever have been pulled? And what is going to stop someone from breaking this slab and resubmitting it without video evidence? So to me, the whole thing is a flippin' waste of time and drama. And we know how I feel about drama. So that's my
Jenny. I agree with you on a lot of stuff. But this is the one time where I'm going to disagree. The jig is up.
Go ahead.
Like, I think we should preserve vintage cards. I know the argument with comic books and vintage art and all that. I get that. But for cards, I think they need to be preserved in their condition. because I also think about how that could manipulate the market. And we're talking about cars that's never going to be made again, cars that people are searching for and looking for and want to add to their PC. And for me, I think PSA did the right thing by deactivating it. I mean, if the person want to go take it to SGC, but I think the jig is up. Everybody going to know what that card is, and I don't think no one's going to certify it right now.
What if it went back to PSA?
So apparently they got this new photo match system where they can recognize a card that has come back to them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I just think we need to keep vintage cards the way they are. My opinion.
Listen, I'm not, you know where I stand, and I am not about altering the cards to a huge extent, okay? What I'm saying is just the drama that is happening, not necessarily my opinion on the altering of cards, but the way it's all happened, I feel like was just dumb, a waste of time and drama. I feel
the exact same. And I'm all for any technology that helps in any way cards.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've talked to I probably talked to 20-some people, either on the phone, on a DM, or on the phone. Or I even got a message from someone I was replying back to before we got on about this. I just feel like someone talked to me about, well, if a manufacturer defect was on the card, like, a print line or something that you could wipe off, would you wipe it off? They said, well, I would use a microfiber. Then my argument was that's also altering the card. Mm-hmm. If you had a callback on your car, you would take that in to get it repaired. You wouldn't say it came from the manufacturer that way. Mm-hmm. If you're doing anything else, and then some people say to me, well, FD, you should disclose what changes you made. And then I ask the question, any other asset that you have, what do you do that at?
Right.
If you're flipping a house, you don't.
But FD, here's one point I forgot to make, and I ain't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to say this, and I'll let you finish. My beef with it, and correct me if I'm wrong, the card was graded already, and then they cracked it open, and then repaired it, and then sent it back in.
But cards are cracked and regraded every day.
Yeah, they are, but they're not altered. They're cracked and regraded because someone disagrees with a grade, and they think they deserve the higher grade.
But let's say you submit a vintage card to someone to have it cleaned. Is that altering the card, or just wipe down with a microfiber? Is that altering?
I don't mind wiping down a card, but when you soak it in water and do all that other stuff to it,
to me, if I'm wiping it down, if I'm soaking it, if I'm using a dehydrator or a hydration device, if I'm clamping it, if I'm doing any of that, I'm altering something.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think like, yes, that too, and we also know that this is a money-driven business.
Yeah.
And I think it also manipulates the market and changes the value of that grade when at one time it was probably a lower price and somebody was vying for that card, and now this card comes because of eye appeal, and now it's changing and ups the market, and now that card is, I mean, maybe it's me because I just care about other collectors being able to get their hands on cards, and I just have this mindset that the hobby is this limitless place that no matter what, any card that you want, you can have the opportunity to get it. But I think when people do stuff like that, I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe I'm in my own feelings.
I ask this question to everyone that I've talked to, and I have not received one answer. Why is this not talked about in any other industry? I want somebody.
Because I think it's something that's been done always in those industries, and I think now that we are in this different world of collecting, where we got cameras, social media, everybody's contributing, everybody has a viewpoint, everybody's talking, everybody has their own feelings about this communal space that we all participate in, and money is behind it, and sometimes a certain card can change someone's life. I don't know. I think that's why people feel that way.
I just counter that with stamps, coins, comic books, paintings, art posters. This is the
Yeah.
norm.
Well, that's what
But
I
it
was about
hasn't
to
been the
say.
norm for cards,
But it
though.
doesn't matter
This card though is going to be better for my great
how long
grandchildren
it's
now.
been the norm.
Yeah.
Does it? So any technology, like right now, we're on the iPhone.
Yeah.
This was norm for us 10 years ago to be on, but we're
Come
here,
on, FD.
right? So if it was the norm or not, it's just what it is right now.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it and I understand it. I think it's something that I just wouldn't do.
I respect that.
Yeah.
The
I
card,
mean,
the card
yeah.
is going to be. I mean, that card is going to be more beautiful longer now.
Yeah.
I understand the controversy. It's going to be clear and brighter for my great grandchildren. It's slabbed up. It's hopefully well loved. And all I was saying was, if there wasn't video evidence, none of this would have happened. And to
Absolutely.
me, it just seems
So,
kind
And
of
there will be other cars that go through Kurt's Cars Cares products that
yes,
will be graded and no one will know
yes.
about.
someone made a good point in the chat, and I'm not just pointing it out because they like agree with me, but they said, I get what he's saying. Like, how many times can a car get altered before the value goes down?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Mhm.
But somebody else says coins can't be restored. Yes, they can. Stamps can as well.
Mhm.
Yes, they can.
Mhm.
And there are different markets in coins. Some people want to tarnish. Some people don't. Some people want coins in circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Seeing somebody else said, I'd rather see that
I was
card another 20
about to say
years
that.
than
Yeah.
see it the way it was for another 20 years. Kurt did a good thing. And that's what I was saying. Like, now you've got another 25 years where, my great grandchild to be like, wow, that is so clear. That is so beautiful. I
But the,
appreciate
the
that.
real
But
question to me is who put tape on the card? That's the real question. Who put tape on the card?
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
might as well crack my 1965 Tony Perez, which I showed it to everybody. And the card is immaculate, but it's a PSA 5, and can't nobody tell me why it's a 5. To get somebody to look at it and say, what's the one thing that's making this a 5? Because it should be a 10.
Might be a benefit.
There you go, FD. There you go, FD.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we
Well,
got 5 minutes.
I had to bring the drama at the end a little. I just didn't want to talk about it the whole
Yeah.
time. So I
But
do appreciate everybody's opinions. It was awesome.
We brought this up a little bit, bits and
Yeah.
pieces on past episodes, though.
Yeah,
It's
we
been,
did.
but just Jackie Robinson took it over.
Yeah, it
Well, I
did.
say this. Shout out to anybody who is attempting to make the industry better. Right. I get it. I understand it, and I won't knock anybody who is attempting to make it
Yeah,
better.
I'm with Wheezy here. As long as you're not trimming,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not advocating
Okay.
on taking something and
No, that's
change
what I've always
it
said.
hard to get a straight edge.
Yes.
I'm not talking.
No, no.
Love
Completely
the
against
drama
that.
for the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ryan said above, Tiffany is suspect, which was hilarious. I just didn't read that.
Straight suspect.
He used our word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
But
my
at the
gosh.
end of the day, people, make sure y'all go vote.
Vote.
Go vote.
I can't wait to see these polls.
Go vote.
It will be in the story shortly. Make sure you go vote on the every other week cardboard show. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to you, Jenny. You did a phenomenal job hosting tonight. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Really
It was fun.
appreciate you.
It was fun. I am having a blast with this. This is great. I love you guys.
And we appreciate everybody who tuned in, the comments, the laughter, the fire emojis, everything. Man, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, chat was blowing up. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. All right. Have a good night.
Peace.
Bye. Bye.